Well, we got new stuff on this.
Hello, I'm Felicia Vereen, always known as Fee.
Hey, Fee, and I'm your girl, Sharita 3, better known as Fred.
And we are Inspire Her, the Total Woman podcast, all about uplifting you.
Yes.
Because friends, face it, you are awesome.
We'll be chatting up about topics we love to talk about. All the things we as women must juggle every day and the ish we complain about. But who's listening? Girl,
we'll chat about the struggle, the job, and about him. You know who we talking about.
Girl.
That boo, husband, boyfriend, ex, whatever you calling them today. Our lovely hellions, kids.
Our angels. But seriously, friends, life happens, and we don't always get a chance to talk about it. We take it on the chin and we keep it moving.
Because that's what we were told to do.
Yep.
But here on Inspire Her, the Total Woman podcast with Red and Fee, we are the friends you love to hang out with. We are here to inspire her, the Total Woman.
Yeah. Well, hello.
Hello. Why do I feel like I'm so far up in the camera?
I know. Maybe because I'm sitting back a little bit.
There we go. I'm like, why are we so far up in the camera?
I don't know.
What honey?
What's going on?
Girl, listen. I am a mess because I'm just living life and doing me, and rolled up in the house and look, I'm like, oh my God, I'm supposed to be online in about 5 minutes.
Wow.
I'm telling you, ever since, and I want to say this to my cousin, Clifton Lewis, may he rest in peace. But ever since going up to be with him and hang out with him, and then him passing the next week, I'm just living life. Like if I want to do it, I do it.
That's right. Unapologetically.
Yes. It's no more. I mean, you know how people say, oh, well, I'm waiting for. No. I done seen my cousin. He was my little cousin. He was like 6 years younger than me. And gone.
I know. I was glad you got to spend a lot of time with him when you were here.
I'm happy about that because had I not done that, yeah, I probably would have been messed up. But just living, and because that's what he did. He lived his life unapologetically and cared what nobody thought about it.
Yes, and we got to live that way because you're not going to be able to please people. The more you do for them, the more they'll want. And and when you say no, they'll be mad, but they'll get over it. You wouldn't believe how many people struggle with the word no. When no can be the most powerful word ever.
Listen, I tell people that now all the time. Just say
no.
No. I used to be, and you know what? Let me not say that because I've never been a people pleaser, but I've always wanted to take care of, family members and friends.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just got to the point where they expected it.
Yep. And when you say no, they got a big issue when you saying no, but they'll get over it. And my thing is we're so like, oh well, I can't say no. But guess what? If that person really want to get their needs met, if you say no, trust me, they're going to the next person to get their needs met. So you guys say no. No is a powerful word. You gotta set your boundaries with people because people will pull on you until there's no more to give. I always say, don't give from your cup. You give from your overflow.
They absolutely will. But anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Just make sure that you being filled. Your cup is being filled. If you're doing it, you can only depend on you to do it. Sometimes we're fortunate to have other people to help fill our cups, the same way we fill other people's cups. But do not give from your cup. Give from your overflow.
Give
That
from
little drip that
give
comes.
from your. Oh, say that one more time.
Do not give from your cup. You give from your overflow, because
Give
that's
from
the extra
your
stuff you
overflow.
give.
If
Exactly.
you give from your cup, baby, you're gonna be dehydrated
Mhm.
because you ain't gonna have nothing left in your own cup.
Exactly. So funny. So we were in New York this weekend. We had a blast. We
I
saw
saw
Denzel.
y'all.
We saw Denzel. We didn't see the movie. A lot of people, I mean, the play. A lot of people were like, how was the play? How was the play? We didn't see the play. We saw Denzel. So we had dinner at the Brooklyn Chop House, which was fantastic. Very nice place that Lord recommended us to go to that restaurant. It was nice. So the where they do the play, I can't remember the theater, but it's right next door. So when we came out, we saw people lined up. I'm like, what are these people lined up? Oh, that's for the play. They're about to let out for the play. And so we waited around and saw Denzel come out, and he was just waving. It was really nice to see Denzel. Hey, Sister Chanel.
I saw y'all. I saw him wave with his hat on and jump in the van or whatever.
He stayed out there for a minute. He like when he got out there, he stood like on the runner of his truck, and he just was waving to us.
You know that's my boo's thing.
But Fee, what about the scary?
A little bit closer and got some more pictures of him.
Right, I got a whole video. Yes, but that was amazing. Did acting classes, so that was good to do that, to see some amazing people.
Y'all look, we might be seeing our girl on TV. She taking acting classes and stuff, and I'm like, wait a minute, is that Red?
Mm-hmm.
Is
Yes,
that Red?
it's
Okay.
fun too.
Watch out for my girl.
Yes, 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 yes. So funny. So y'all know I'm the scary one out of the bunch, right?
Yes, very
So
much.
guys, it's 7 of us. I'm just a scary person. Dante know I'm scary. Everybody know I'm just a scary person. So I had to go to the acting group maybe around 12, so like 10:30. I'm ready to get dressed, and then the fire alarm goes off in the hotel. Mind you, we on the 14th floor, the highest floor. So I'm like, what is going on? So I'm all panicked. Dante, come on, we gotta go. We gotta go. It's a fire alarm. The fire alarm is going. So I'm peeping out the door. I just threw on something, peeping out the door, all half dressed. He said, get back in here. You half dressed. I'm like, I'm trying to see what's going on. Nobody's in the hallway. So I left out the room, came back. Come on, boy, what you waiting on? He putting on shoes, clothes, brushing his hair. I'm like, if it's a real fire, I hope he's not doing all that
I
stuff.
would have been burnt.
So we flew down 14 flights of steps only to get there, and nothing is going on in the lobby. I'm like, what is going on? And so
I just called down there.
we did try to call. They were busy. They didn't pick up the phone, so we tried to call. So he mad because I rushing him out of the room and made me walk up the 14 flights of steps. You talking about running down 14 flights and coming up 14. I'm like, I
Wait a
can't.
minute. Y'all ran down 14 flights of
14
steps.
flights and then walked
Girl.
14, and then 15 minutes later, they get on there saying it was a false alarm.
Girl.
And then it went off again. I was like, you know what? They're gonna just have to I'm just going up in flames. But it was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Y'all gonna have to catch me on the elevator.
those are the things that you gotta laugh at yourself. Like, one thing about me, I don't take myself too seriously. And you can't in this world. You gotta just kind of be able to laugh at yourself and have a good time and enjoy it. So there you have it.
You're absolutely right. Now, so tonight our topic is, what was it? Is it cocky? Is it cocky to instill pride in our children? I'm gonna say off the bat, absolutely not, because I do it every single day. And I say that because this weekend, so I'm going to tell y'all a little something, which I'm proud of. My baby girl got to do a photo shoot for one of the NFL draft boys
Oh,
from the University of South Carolina. Woody Marks is now going to Houston, to Houston,
Oh,
and he was a fourth round pick. And my daughter, I said we, but I was her assistant.
mm,
She was invited to his house to take pictures, and I was sitting there. I helped her out a little bit, but I was so proud of my baby.
oh, I
I
love
was so proud of her. And when we got back in the car, I told her, I said, everybody doesn't get these opportunities. You got opportunities because you reached out for another event and they remembered you. And I said, continue to keep these contacts because you can be another Nicole Lynch. You can be a sports agent. Right now, she's doing pictures and she's doing different things, but you can be a sports agent like Nicole Lynch. You can definitely do it and you can probably be better.
mm.
You can have your own female sports agency. I would love to see that. But I instill that kind of um, sense of um, achievement in my child every day. And I think everybody should. With the situation with Dion and his son, I don't see, some people say that the little boy, both of them, Shiloh and
Should
uh,
do it.
Shador, are too cocky. Um, they're a little flashy, but I mean, some people say they're not as good as people think that they are, but I don't know.
That's subjective. You can always say that somebody's not as good as you think they are. And I think a lot of us were like expecting him, and they kind of hyped him up to be in the first round draft pick. And then when that didn't happen, it was like,
I think they were teaching them a lesson.
oh yeah, Dion had a lot to do with it because you'd be surprised people might not really like him because Dion's been cocky. So Dion's always been cocky.
Prime time. I mean, come on now.
But it's flamboyant. We like that. We miss that. That type
People
of
do it. Other groups of people do it, but one thing that I used to hate hearing was, "Be humble. Be humble.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta learn to be humble." They don't teach their kids to be humble.
You don't know that. They may be humble to God, but you don't have to be humble to people. I mean, it could be
Well, I
something.
mean, granted, I'm not gonna go out there and be flashy with God, and then He smoke me. I'm like, no. I know who is number one. But when it comes to things that I know how to do, accounting, um, financial, fitness, my book, working with Black women, being inspirational. Those are things that I know how to do from the ground up. And no one's going to tell me any different. And I know that I'm good at it.
Absolutely.
Is that cocky?
No. You I'd rather have somebody that is confident in what they're doing, is competent in what they're doing, and have a positive sense of self-worth. All of that's what I see. And you only get cocky to me when you begin to put people down and you say you better than this person or you can do this and you constantly competing with one person. That's what I see being cocky. But if you're good and or great at what you do, then hey, Tom Brady was what, third or fourth round pick.
No, he wasn't. He was in the fifth or sixth.
Yeah, but he went on to be the greatest quarterback in history. I mean, you can argue with that, but numbers, stats, Super Bowl rings say different. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, teaching our kids to. I work with so many people that struggle with the self-esteem, struggle with the self-confidence because they didn't have that. The parents didn't give them that because they didn't have it to give.
Yeah.
So it's generational stuff. And their kids will probably be cocky and, grow up to be confident and know you can do anything. What's wrong with telling our kids you can be anything you want to be? Do you think Barack's dad and mom told him, you could be anything you want to be. You could be the president of the United States if that's what you want to be. It's nothing wrong with that. I think our own insecurities are
All the time.
going to other people that,
Mm-hmm.
do well or that's confident and competent in what they're doing. So those are their insecurities. You calling people copy. I don't like him because he conceited. I don't like him because he think he this that the other. I mean that's your stuff. You
Right.
know, we don't know Shador not to like him. You see something that you see on TV, see fractions of him. But I thought I read that Shiloh fired maybe Dion as his manager and took on new management. Because
I
sometimes,
don't know, but he did get a chance to sign as a free agent with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
mm-hmm. And I
So
think he got a new agent, which is nothing wrong with that because I mean you hear about the momagers, ushers, Brandy, Bow Wow and
Beyonce.
Beyonce. Sometimes when you're young and you impressionable and stuff, I can see your mom being momager because you protecting them, making sure they don't get taken advantage of and stuff. But an agent and a manager are two different things.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I told India, I was like, the guys that were the sports agents for this guy, they're willing to mentor her. And at least one of them said that he was willing to mentor her and that she could call him at any time. And I said, these are people that you need in your back pocket so you can become the best. I don't aim for her to be mediocre at anything that she's doing.
I think whatever you do, you need a mentor.
Yeah. I
What,
got
what,
I got several mentors right now.
yes, because if you're the best person in your life, the best at what you do, then you need a bigger circle, a different circle.
And then you need to mentor down as well. If
Absolutely.
you're good at what you're doing and you whether the person is in the same field that you're in, just grabbing a young kid and saying, hey, um, you know, you got any questions to ask or is there anything that you want to know?
Mm-hmm.
I don't see a problem with that at all.
Absolutely not. Paying it forward.
That's it. And these kids out here today, they live in a whole different world than we live in. Everything is social media. So they don't have the, I guess if they choose it, but a lot of times, they don't have downtime. Everything is it's right here, right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's good for right now. It's something different tomorrow. So being able to keep up is like,
Mm-hmm.
it's like, my God. So I don't know. I just when I kept hearing and they were talking bad about this boy. Oh my God. They were talking bad. They were saying he was no good. They've hyped him up to be too much. He's not any good. And I'm just like, wow.
It's just his turn. They did the same thing with Bronny. And when your dad is a legend like that, they expect you to. You notice none of Michael Jordan kids got into basketball.
Mm-mm.
Marcus or the other one, they're not playing basketball. But Bronny, James, and I think his other son, and they compare him to their dads.
No, yeah. Yeah. Well, I hope he goes out there and shows off because, you know, even with the little boy who called and prank called them, I think he prank called a couple of players.
Mm.
Um, you
What
know,
was that about? I didn't. What was that
he
about?
got he got prank called by one of the assistant coaches, I believe, from the Falcons. Their son
Mm.
found his name and number on their dad's iPad and
Mm.
prank called him and told him that he was going to I forgot what team it was, but that another team was interested in him.
Mm-mm.
And I guess they figured it out that it wasn't real. Because, I didn't realize how, being there when the little boy, Woody Marks, got his call, it was like, man, these kids are stressed out waiting for that phone call.
Oh yeah.
They are stressed. And I could imagine being prank called and then not being called first round, not being called second round,
Hmm.
not being called third round, not being called fourth round. I could imagine. And then you get out there and you still got to prove yourself. You could be cut from camp.
Hmm.
I don't know. It's just a lot. And I'm not mad at him that he feels that way about himself. It's
So
nothing.
speaking of that, I think it's things like this that I just read. Shadur Sanders hits Dallas clubs with rumored girlfriend and Kodak Black after NFL draft free fall. He may not have been selected in the first round, but Cleveland Browns rookie Shadur Sanders sure celebrated like a top draft pick on Saturday night by busting out of a chest full of $100 bills at a Dallas club.
Mm.
So why is this news?
Because it's him.
Right.
Because it's him. Because 9 times out of 10, that wouldn't be news for nobody else.
Correct.
Just because it's him. And you know, I don't know. I don't know why we have to be like that. You could literally crush somebody's world just by saying the least little thing. And thankfully, he had a dad beside him that could probably explain it to him and help him understand why things are going the way they're going.
Mhm.
But for the average, like, the little boy that I was at his house, man, he was so stressed. He was just sitting there. He didn't have a smile on his face. You could just see that he was focused. He wasn't even looking at people. He was just sitting in a chair looking down. And when the call came, when after he got the call, you could see his expression was kind of lifted a little bit.
I mean, for so many reasons, but it's because they taking care of their families. But Shadur was making more as a college player in Colorado than the rookie contract with Cleveland.
I heard that.
I think he made maybe 6 million or 6.4 or 4.6 million, and then signing for like over 900,000 rookie contract. But once he gets all the endorsements,
Wait a minute. In college, he was making what?
yes, he bought his mom a house with the money he was making in Colorado.
That is crazy.
So they paying these kids money. That's why
But they just started doing that.
going from school to school to getting the money. And a lot of times, these kids come. He didn't. He grew up with pretty much a silver spoon in his mouth. But a lot of kids, they grew up in low income housing and stuff, and this is their ticket out, their way out. Shoot, I
Yeah.
wouldn't be surprised. I think they started paying high school players. Football is a
Well,
big.
they're paying them when they graduate and a college picked them up.
Mm-hmm.
Like we got some kids at our school that'll probably get picked up, but
College.
they're actually some of them leaving their junior year in high school. They graduating early because of that money.
Yeah. I mean, they when they started paying them kids college money, getting endorsements and stuff, it's just it's amazing. But
I
I ain't
mean, but I'm not mad about it though because those kids going out there playing hard.
and risk their lives. You know how many kids
That's right. Being all jacked up by the time you get out of college and you ain't got nothing to show for it. That's
yep,
not fair.
dying on the field, cardiac arrest and stuff. So yeah, football is like very bad for your body. You gotta be in shape and it takes a lot. It's a lot of wear and tear on your body to be a professional football player.
Yeah. I mean,
But
I see
I
that
don't
every day.
anything wrong with that. Yes.
Well, Sharon Green Stevens said, "Good evening, ladies.
Hey, Sharon. So
Hello, hello, hello.
let's talk a little hot topics. What's been going on in hot topics? You've been watching The Housewives?
Baby, listen, y'all. Back in the day, reality kind of it was real with reality. It's like you saw real life,
Mm-hmm.
and now this stuff is so made up. It's like really and some of it you'll find out is real
Right.
afterwards, but some of that stuff is so made up, it's
The
ridiculous.
real stuff that goes on social media outside of the show.
Exactly.
But by the time let's say poor they were just in June. So we're in April. So the stuff that we're seeing now happened 10 months ago.
Yeah, it's so
It's
old.
just
It's just
I
it's
just
so old that it's just like it's now it's like what are y'all even talking about?
mm-hmm.
It's not the same.
It's
It's not
fun.
the same hot reality uh
Yeah,
Atlanta Housewives. It's not the
right.
same.
I liked when it was fun, and that like that scene that last Sunday with Portia and Cynthia. That was sweet. That was real. That's the type
And
of
then
stuff.
they said they ain't even show all of the stuff on
Yeah,
the show.
like why not? Because they think we want to see drama and foolishness. No, we want to see real life stuff, real relationships, not all this made up stuff.
I don't know. I just think first and foremost, some of these women, like the girl that I cannot stand to hear her talk. I cannot, and I'm sorry if you ever hear this, but I can't stand to hear her talk.
She reminds me of Mia, that personality.
But no,
You know, like one of the new ladies there. I like Kelly.
I like Kelly.
I like Angela too.
Angela don't need to be on there.
You don't think so?
Because she exposing too much of her life, and I don't think her husband likes her.
Well,
Like
Charles
that.
definitely don't like the
I
food.
don't really think he likes her, and he ain't had nothing. He
His
just
face,
he
his
just be
face
saying
expression.
anything he wants to say,
Mm-hmm.
and
And
and I'm like, I be cringing when he talks to her, and I'm like, he
but
doesn't
they
even
probably
like her.
making it like that because if she was talking, what you say? What like he may not have heard her, but that's what they put in there. That little smidge. They probably had 15 minutes of conversation, but that's all they showed. So you
But
got
my thing is, I just, I would probably have something to say about you showing me and my husband like that, making it seem like this man don't even like me.
right. That's true.
Cause he don't look like he like her at all.
Yeah, a lot of people
He
say
was
that.
so worried about what Portia had heard. Portia was sitting up there lying. She was joking. At least she said she was joking.
Well, Phaedra coming back. I can't wait to see what she's gonna bring.
I need Nene. Bring Nene back.
Nene,
Bring Nene back.
I think Nene done blew too many.
She did, but Nene made that show. I'm sorry.
You think so?
Nene, Kenya, they can keep Cynthia, um, Phaedra, and Portia, and they can keep Kelly. That's it right there.
Yeah.
That's it. Cynthia can come on and she can be the woo woo woo. It's
But
okay.
you ain't say Kenya, did you?
Huh?
Did you say Kenya?
Oh no, Cynthia. I'm sorry. Did I say Kenya? Cynthia.
Oh, you said Cynthia, but you don't like Kenya.
No, I said Kenya. I
Oh.
think I said Phaedra, Portia, Cynthia, Kenya, Nene, and Kelly. They can keep Kelly. Out of all them, that's the only one.
I like Kelly, but
Oh, no, Shamia. I do like
I love
Shamia.
Shamia.
Baby, let me tell you something.
I love Shamia.
Shamia came on there and Shamia said, yes, I have been a friend for a long time, but it was not because I ain't had nothing to show. Because when they went into that house, baby, that house showed all of them up. Like ain't none of y'all have
It ain't even
movies.
the money. It's Shamia is a real person. Like to see how her relationship with her husband, to see her being a mother and go through the relationships with her babies and kind of seeing that's real stuff. Shamia is I love her comedy. She's funny. Forget where she live and all that kind of stuff because that's
But
super.
baby, when we saw where she lived at, though, it
Yeah,
was like, wow, Shamia. That made her in my book because she didn't like you didn't know what she had because she never like mentioned it. And to me, and this might be just me, I feel like Portia wants that.
I mean, she definitely probably. I'm sure everybody wants that.
No, I mean as far as like
I think most of the love and relationship and the husband, she could have had that with Dennis.
no,
I mean, not
she
big
wouldn't
like.
have had that. She wouldn't have had what Shamia got with Dennis. No. The
Mm.
love, yes. And I still think she loved him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Have you been watching her Portia for real? Portia
Mhm.
for real? She
Oh,
I think she still
yeah.
likes
They
Dennis.
still love each other, but sometimes it's like she said, I don't want to mess up the relationship for PJ. I like PJ seeing her parents the way they are. You know.
I agree with that.
Uh-huh. I get that
I
100%.
agree with that because you never want your child to see you guys arguing
Mhm.
and then they start to feel some kind of way. So I get that. But I do think uh um Drew Drew messed with her a little bit when she realized that she was that bothered her. I think that bothered her.
And I think it was more so Dennis. Him. Like Drew, yeah, I mean Drew could have done a better job with communicating what's going on. Shoot that in the text message or whatever. But it's story
No, I
line.
mean I think she was bothered with the fact that he was even hanging around Drew.
Oh yeah. But
That
not
Drew
necessarily
was getting that type of attention from him.
well, Dennis and Ralph are friends. What do you think about this Ralph living in the basement?
I think some of that stuff is fake. I don't know.
I kind of, when that court case, it reminded me of Sheree and Bob when they had court and he licked his tongue at her like that.
Bob was stupid though. He was stupid. He was stupid. He I
Yeah,
don't
'cause you
I
got money. Why don't you move out the house? I don't get that. And maybe it's for the kids. I'm not sure, but
I mean, but if you can't afford it, they got a big house. He can live in the basement. I mean, what's the problem with that?
she don't want him there.
Well, I mean, can you afford to take care of that house by yourself, sugar?
Well, he said he's still paying the bills. I'm assuming Drew can. Look, them housewives' checks ain't small.
She probably can, but according to him, he was paying all the bills, and she agreed with it.
Yeah, he was. Maybe
I
that's
just wonder, like with Portia, is because now you're hearing rumors that her house is in foreclosure.
well, I might not pay it either. Unless because she still got her house.
Well, why is she stressed to stay in that man's house?
I think it's just image, I would think. And power. So they had like a big power struggle to me. And image. And like you said, she might want to have what Shamia had because their house is massive too. That's a beautiful home.
How do you go from be his peace, oh, I'm so in love, blah, 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 to you, Portia, you did not know that. Portia, I know you're not listening to me, but sweetheart, you deserve so much better. And you did not know that man. You did not know that woman's husband.
She didn't know the woman didn't know her own husband because she probably didn't know he had all that stuff. And
Mm.
this stuff happened, a lot of this stuff happened even before probably Portia was born. So he back and forth a long time and you found out stuff and you didn't tell me. You can know somebody, but you got secrets that you ain't told. I'm sure you don't know everything about your husband. Or
I don't think Portia knew that man as much as we knew our husbands when we married them. And Portia saw all the stuff.
right.
All the stuff.
And she wanted that life. I would agree to that. Push my girl, but I would agree to that.
I'm like, girl, you better go on ahead and be with Hot Dog Man. That man love you, girl.
He does.
He cheated. I'm not saying that that's right by no means. It's not right. But if you can get that man another chance, that man love you, honey. He came and cooked all them daggone hot dogs, and she walking around with her little outfit on.
You gotta tease them, like she said. You gotta tease them. Let them know what they missing.
You might not want him, but you want him to want you.
That's right. She said.
I said, okay, Portia.
Exactly. I've been watching my newfound love is Beyond the Gates. The soap opera, the new soap opera. Have you gotten into it?
Yeah, I done watched a couple of them. I can't get into it.
Really? You gotta watch it. It's really good.
I have watched it. I watched the first couple episodes, and
You ain't gonna get nothing from the first couple of episodes.
it's not my cup of tea. It's not my cup of tea.
I can get that. I can dig it.
Um, what else is going on? What's going on with what's the dating show? Remember we are supposed to be interviewing the people after they have found their love.
Red Dancing for Love. Um, yeah, it's been good. We've been doing. He's done a couple of recap shows, which have been pretty good.
So y'all have already done it?
He's done a couple of recap shows. It's on the YouTube.
No, I mean, y'all have already matched some people up?
Oh yeah.
I ain't seen nothing.
You gotta go on the YouTube page, Friday Nights for Love.
What? We were supposed to be interviewing the people after they got together.
I don't think nobody lasted, but they
Well, I still want to talk to them.
we had to get with Dante about that, but
I cannot believe I didn't think they had started yet.
Oh yeah, they had it's maybe 4 or 5 episodes. They're doing one. But this episode coming out is with the older crowd.
I want to interview the people who found love, who fraternized and found a little like or whatever it was.
Yeah, but
we can interview them whether they stay together or not.
We'll chat with Dante and see how he can connect us with the individuals so we can get them on here. Fraternize for love.
That would be cool. I think that would be cool. We would have fun with that.
Yeah, everybody trying to find love. Some people don't. You know, a lot of women are choosing to stay single.
Yeah, I mean, I'm out here dating my ex. Out here dating my ex. I'm hoping, y'all excuse my hair. I'm not gonna even play no games. I was just getting it done tomorrow, but it's all right.
I don't think nobody paying attention to it. But yeah, people choosing to stay single. Like, yeah, a lot of women are doing that.
I say do what makes you happy right now.
They say women who are not married live longer, or did they say they don't?
Don't say that. Don't be killing me off earlier than I'm supposed to go.
Well,
seems like y'all the ones to be stressing out about stuff a little bit more than we do over here in single land.
Yeah. Well, then we might live less time.
She sounds like she's stuttering. Has she been drinking?
Right. Well, I need more the day I've had a doozy the other day.
I had a sip before she came on here with us, y'all.
But I'm gonna have a sip when I finish.
Why not?
What we got next week? What we talking about next week?
I'm trying to get somebody on, but I can't say who it is right now because I don't want anybody to hold me to it, and it does not happen.
Okay.
So, I don't know. The one thing that we definitely want you guys to do is, any topics that you want to know about, just send them to us. We are I am we're looking at having some different people on. We're
Mhm.
looking at just having some good old fun time with people that want to come on and talk to us about what's going on in the world today. Because the one thing that I am finding out is that um people are stressed right now. I mean, like very stressed.
Yeah.
Some people feel like they have nobody that's listening to them. So I would love to be able to have a show where we get some people on and just people in the audience and just, listen to what they want to talk about.
Well, May is Mental Health Awareness Month.
See, there you go. There you go. We need to have us a day and maybe you can give people some tips on how to, woosah. And I guess when I became 50 in my 50s, I'm like, listen, I know how to say no now. And when somebody's stressing me out or people, like I got up and left a situation the other day. We was in a group of people. And this chick she was just giving too much. Like you're doing too much. And you're making a mess of this whole conversation. And I just got up and walked away. And I heard somebody, did she just get up and walk away? I absolutely did. I don't have to be here. Don't be a part of anything that is stressing you out. And I'm not telling wives to just walk away from their husbands. Don't say Felicia said just
We
walk away. Just walk away from your stress. No, I'm not saying walk away from the whole situation. I'm saying just get up, go in the other room and say, yeah, well, we're not gonna argue about this right now. Cooler minds always prevail. And trust me, Sharita, know I had to learn that.
Oh yeah, you did. But I was sitting here smiling watching Beyonce and her two daughters on stage.
So you was ignoring exactly what I said. See, I can't even get my partner to
Look
listen
at
to me.
Ruby Blue Apple. Blue bigger than Beyonce. Oh, that's so sweet. Isn't
It
that
is.
sweet?
Why are they saying that the daughter and the son both have autism?
Kanye said that, girl.
But just some things that
I mean,
you
it's
see her
possible.
doing in some situations.
I mean, it's possible. Definitely, it's definitely possible. I mean, twins. Sometimes they do have stuff, but it's definitely possible. But they were saying like the son just really didn't like being out, but it's possible.
No, I think the son is autistic.
It's
You
definitely, and
can
she like
tell
it too.
they don't really when you do see him, they're kind of guiding him, telling him where, I don't think it's just that he doesn't like being out in crowds.
Just
Because
would be
autistic kids really don't like to be out around loud noises and a lot of people.
well. She seemed awkward too, but she did it. So yeah, that's sweet.
You know,
It's,
I'm
it's
hey,
one thing, we tend to, and even going back to Shamia, people tend to envy their life or, oh, they got this or they got this, they got this much money, they live here, they drive this and that kind of stuff, but they got their struggles too. I mean, to have a child that's ill and premature and going through so many medical issues, she'll trade all that material stuff for her baby to be healthy. And I said that material stuff don't mean nothing. Even Beyonce and Jay-Z, if their kids are autistic, you know, they got all the money in the world, they got, all the resources and all that stuff, but they couldn't prevent their kids possibly being autistic. So we need to just be careful what we choose to, idolize or whatever, money and all that kind of stuff. Them people give that stuff up to have healthy kids or, you know, to not have to worry about that. Like a lot of people were saying about Shamia wanting to give her husband a son, because he's such a great dad and stuff, and that's something that she wants to do for him because he's given her so much. But and then other people was like, "Girl, do you have that in you? You going through so much with your other kids and doing all this stuff. Suppose this happens. Do you have the capacity to manage this and that kind of stuff?" So
she got
people
people that will help her.
Oh, she definitely got a team and a crew, so but still you're the mom, you're ultimately responsible, whether you got help and support or not. You even paying people, you got that. So I say all that to say, we just being thankful for the little things.
I'm thankful for everything the Lord sends me every day.
Yes, we should be.
And that's just it. Now, listen, for whomever is online, I know right now we can only see certain people that are, I think, is it Facebook? That's on Facebook. Do me a favor, if you are online, put your name in the comments. If you are still watching, put your name in the comments. I don't know how many of you have seen the movie
Sinners.
Sinners by Ryan Coogler, I think it is. But baby, that movie is something else.
And speaking of Ryan Coogler, he is the first Black director to have 4 movies grossing over $100 million.
That's
Black
amazing.
Panther, Wakanda,
That is amazing.
Creed, and Sinners.
So if you are online, put your name in the comments because we are giving away 2 tickets to see Sinners. So whoever puts their name in the comments first and say, I want those tickets. There you go. It's Sharon. Sharon, you are the winner of our 2 tickets to see Sinners. So what I want you to do is, I guess the best way to do it is to send us that says I am the winner, and then I will send you your code. They are through Fandango. And our sponsor tonight for our tickets was 97 The Beat in Natchez. And he sponsored these 2 tickets for us. So we appreciate it. Our high school friend owns a radio station. And they had 2 tickets and he gave them to us to give to our listeners. So yes, Sharon Green Stevens, you have won 2 tickets to see Sinners. And it will be through Fandango. So we'll give you 2 codes to get your ticket. So hopefully you haven't seen it already.
I heard it's good. I need to go see it.
It is an excellent movie, but make sure you're ready to pay attention. Gotta pay attention. It's one of those movies that make you think. You got to connect some things, and you'll come out with. I've seen it 2 times because I took my daughter this weekend and I went to see it with Romel. But it's a good movie. Now, be careful if you you have a problem with how can I say this without giving the movie away? If you are a staunch Christian and you don't believe in going to see movies that kind of deal with a little bit with the devil. That's all I will say about that. 2 hours. And if I were you,
The Woman in the Yard. Okay.
yeah, that's supposed to be good too. But if I were you, I would go see it in IMAX. So I don't know what these tickets whether this is just a regular movie or IMAX, but if you have the opportunity, go see it in IMAX. I enjoyed that. The first time we sat way at the top. The second time, me and Indy was so late we had to sit on the very first row. So we leaned back like this, trying to look at the movie like this. But it was still good. It was still good. but we hope you enjoy. And tonight, listen, we were just jumping on here to talk about. We didn't have our topic was to talk about Shador Sanders and Shallow and Dion thing, and just to talk about things in general. So this was one of those nights that we were just popping in to say hello. But in the future, you guys are going to be following us. We're gonna travel a little bit. Me and Red said we're gonna travel a little bit.
Yes.
You might just get invited, so keep your eyes and ears open.
As
You'll
red.
just get invited to go along with us. Red traveling all over the place anyway because she's a Suto. I say Suto, but soon to be. I ain't gonna give it up. They're gonna have to find out later. Y'all gonna have to find out later. It's coming though. I'm not gonna tell
It's top secret. But this has been great to kind of come in and everything. Again, I'm sorry about your loss fee, but
it. Yeah. Let me say this before I get off. If you how can I say this? Family members are a tricky thing. You know that you got family members you haven't talked to in a long time, and then you got people that are close to you that you talk to every day. And I just think, at some point, reach out to family. Just check on them, see how they're doing. Um, People are always going through something. My cousin, when he found out my cousin passed this last week. He had cancer. When he found out he had cancer, he was already at stage 4. When I found out that, I just stopped what I was doing and I went home. And I didn't regret it. Um, People were asking me what was I doing for spring break. Most of the time, I sat there with him at the side of his bed and watched TV, watched the movies. We watched all kinds of stuff. Ate candy we hadn't eaten in a long time because he had a taste for it. And I just did that every day just because he wanted me to. And sometimes, when somebody calls you, you're like, oh, they called me out the blue. That's probably that person needs something from you, whether it's a hello, how you doing, a little bit of love, a little bit of pick me up. Some people they just need to see you. And I learned that from this experience with my cousin. He just wanted to see me. He just wanted at that time to know that I loved him and that I was there for him. And sometimes that's really all people need. And that, me being able to do that, helped him and it helped me. Because had I not done that, I would have been a mess. So, take care of your people. I'm not talking about people that try to use you or try to, family that just drain you. I'm talking about people that sincerely just want your love, time, attention, and they will give you the same thing. Love on your family. Family, y'all know, my friends know I say family is everything.
mm-hmm.
And I have friends that have become family, and I would do the same thing for them.
She would.
So that's my 5 cents worth. You can give me change if you want to, but that's just been my experience. Um, so love on your family, stay close, be together if you can. I understand that there are some people that you just can't stand, but still try to be there with your family.
Right.
All right. Do we have anything else?
No, not that I can think of.
Sharon, remember, send me a message on our Facebook page, and I will get you your tickets. Congratulations. I wish I had one of them things that go pop. That's you pop it for celebrations. You push the thing up and it. That'll work.
That'll work. All right, guys.
That'll
Good.
work too.
We
All
are
right,
here
y'all.
to inspire her, the total woman.
Yay.